slab today. We have a replacement motor for a 98 Civic. This is a D-series motor. I don't know which one it is. But
one of them D something something with letters and such.
it's a D16 Y7. And all you young whippersnappers are all YZ crazy. I don't know what it is. It's back here in my EF. All right. And so we're going to pull this motor out, because it's easier to pull the car in and have room for the motor. And we're going to pull it out. Where do we want to set this thing at?
Oh, snippity dippity, that looks like a nice car. 17. Someone gave me a 17. I need 15.
Those are his. That's Blake's.
Well, then I gonna pee on them before he get them back.
Oh. Nice.
Yes, I said that on the camera.
We get that tire, because I'm going to just set it down over there. That's when I'm going to strip some stuff off.
I thought we were gonna put it on the stand.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, but I do want to strip some stuff off. We
Okay.
can pull this. Man, what kind of weird ass setup is this for air conditioning? Yeah. So this bracket and the idler pulley can come off.
I think. I don't know about that.
Well, we're gonna take it off till we get it in the car.
So this should already pretty much be set up for this. You can see a little car wheel on this.
I'm glad that was not my foot. Because that would have been an alley.
Alright,
Here's a box to put all my parts into. They can go on happy cart. Pretty. Oh, great. Let me go ahead and bend my towel up. I just spent all that time lovingly restoring. And now I done put scratchies in it.
Now we're just using bell housing bolts to get the stand on there. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
I guess that's easy as long as you got extra Honda bell housing bolts sitting around like I do.
Are we putting his fuel injection system on it?
Correct. Can I have that?
Oh no, this is mine.
Oh, that's it. Okay, you're right. You bolt on one. I got the break your forearm bracket on the wall.
the whole problem with having a garage. You fill it up with too much crap. But it's better than working out of a shed. You gonna come out a little bit, or you just gonna spin?
Yeah, go ahead and let it down real slow. Really wasn't reacting, so be careful. I was like, let me just go ahead and put the stand on it right away.
Hold up.
You did luck out getting the distributor though. Let down a little bit more.
Down more?
Yeah. Yeah. Just get a small bolt right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull my truck out and we can fire the heat up if you're cold.
Yeah, it's cold as hell out.
We can make a couple extra bucks off this job. Oh, they did a nice job duct taping these exhaust ports shut. Did you see that? So some things to check when you get a motor from the junkyard, at least when it comes to Hondas. So right now we're checking our spark plugs to see how it was running. Something else you want to check is your timing belt. See what that looks like. Check your water pump and stuff and make sure that's all good. This tube here on the Honda sometimes can rot out, so you want to make sure that that's in good shape. This one's pretty rusty. Other things to check is to see what your valve train looks like. Is there anything obviously broken, out of place, sludge down in there?
That's a good plug.
So far, this is number 4. Was running oily, which would also match here on the intake manifold as well. That's a very oil soaked. So there's 2 and 3. They actually look pretty healthy. Maybe a little old, but they're healthy. And the wrong spark plugs. No champions in your Hondas. NGK.
Put the champion in your lawnmower.
Yeah. Or for those slow cars, I guess. And looks like number 1 is running a little sooty as well, which that would... All these intake ports are very kind of dirty. But looking in there, they look fairly clean. Yeah, this isn't a 0 mileage motor. So we're gonna check some other things on this. Probably once we get it in the car, get the transmission bolted to it and get the motor on there, or the starter, we'll probably do a compression check just to see where we're at so that we know what this thing was at. So
now we said the next time we got a Honda motor and we wanted to test out this new 1/2-inch drive DeWalt impact that we got.
the DCF 891.
But Honda crank bolts are usually in there pretty damn good, like around what, 160 or something foot
Well
pounds.
over 100 foot-pounds.
Let's see if it'll do it or if it's gonna cry like a little scolded dog. Oh, it ow, ow. That's actually very nice. That's our new special friend.
And its other special friend, the wrist breaker.
Yeah,
This thing's got some serious torque to it.
that'll give you a good yanking on a full battery charge.
Check this out too. It's got a swappable head. You could do a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch, and you can put it in the other direction. I don't care what nobody says. DeWalt makes some pretty cool ass tools.
That we now own most of. Oh, look, it just came off like the butter.
So what we're checking now. Wait, do you want to stop it?
No.
James from All Hail Internal Combustion. I mean, it was a side note. I didn't know if we were throwing that in on the...
No, we're just clumping all this crap together, so just keep talking there, Scooter.
Alright, well, what we're checking next is we're going to check the water pump and all the other stuff in behind this and make sure it's in good shape.
It's actually kind of funny because the guy's got a broken dipstick on the engine that we're taking out of the car, which I guess is his reason for never checking or changing the oil, which caused the last motor to blow up. So, yeah, as long as he keeps paying, I'll keep putting motors in his car.
The dipstick on this Honda is pretty annoying. I thought it was just fine in the middle of the exhaust manifold. Just saying. Now it's in the way for me to get my timing bolt off. feels like it should just pull out of there.
What's that bolt for next to it?
I think that's for the oil pump.
Oh yeah, you could twist it.
That's good enough to get the cover off, isn't it?
That's a rusty one.
Okay.
Well, as you can see, what's different between this and that Prelude motor that we redid was that the timing belt isn't being all chewed up on this one, and it looks like it was tracking relatively good.
It looks like this has been replaced not too long ago. The tensioner pulley here looks new. It does look like someone reused the old spring, but this water pump's a remanufactured too. It's some other company because it doesn't say Honda on it. So
It's not a Gates.
that's one thing about factory Honda parts actually, and I might have a water pump I could show you guys, but there's actually a little set of eagle wings and a Honda emblem on a lot of their engine parts like that. So on a lot of the factory older Honda parts, I don't know about the newer stuff. But yeah, this looks like it's all been freshened up pretty recently. Actually, I think that's one of those emblems right here. Yeah, look right here. See that emblem right there? See the eagle? It says KOTC or something like that. That's on a lot of the Honda parts. Oh, I don't know if that's who makes it for them, but they're on there. So we're probably going to suggest that, well, he needs an intake and exhaust manifold gasket. While we're at it, if he's willing to get the extra work done, we'll probably suggest an oil pan gasket, front main seal, rear main seal, valve cover, spark plug boots. We'll also remake this gasket, new thermostat and gasket, and probably the O-rings for this backing tube, and probably pull this off and make sure it's not compromised. When I do a motor swap, I like to make sure that things are done correctly, so that if I just throw it in there and run it, you know, that's fine. You can pay me for that, but I'm not responsible for anything that happens afterwards. So for my own peace of mind, I pull the motors down this much. This is kind of where I need it. I'll clean it up, get it ready to get put back in the car, and we'll compression check it, like I said, to see where it's at. We want to see what the health of the motor is right now before he puts any miles on it. But yeah, that also gives us time to build up oil pressure and all that good stuff, and before we actually start the motor. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. This is the almost exact same motor that we're working with the Civic, the D16 E2 or whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Anyway, so it's basically the same thing. But yeah, we got this stripped down. I guess we'll finish cleaning it up a little bit here. Probably talk to the kid about getting the oil pan and stuff redone before we pull the oil pan off. But probably on a junkyard motor, if you're doing this yourself, I would suggest you just go ahead and pull the oil pan off and do the oil pan gasket. It's a great idea to do it while it's out of the car and not have to do it while it's later. Or if you're talking old American muscle, you're going to be pulling the motor back out to do the oil pan gasket. So